Hello, my kiddos. Hello, hello. So, let's see what we can do here. I want this down. There we go. This is your end of module assessment task. If we take a look at it, these are the questions you answered. Now, I'm going to slide down here and we're going to talk. So, question 1 says, Jasmine has taken an online boating safety course and is now completing her end of course exam. As she answers each question, the progress bar at the bottom of the screen shows what portion of the test she has finished. She has completed question 16, and the progress bar shows she is 20% complete. How many total questions are on the test? Use something to justify your answer. I really enjoy the double number line. Forget about all of this over here. All I'm focused on is this first thing. It states that she has answered 16 questions and she's 20% complete. Once we have that, that means that we can now fill in the rest of our chart. We're going to count by 10% each time. So I'm going to draw a number line. Don't worry about these numbers up top yet. All you have is 16 and 20. You're going to put a 10, a 30, a 40, a 50, 60, all the way up to 100. We don't know these numbers yet. So how do we get them? Well, we need to figure out this 10. That's half of 20, so we divide it by 2. That's how I get 8. So for every 10%, we're adding another 8. So listen again. I put this on my double number line. From there, 20% is 16. I need to find out what half of that is to get to 10%, so I divide that by 2. That leaves me with 8. From there, every 10%, I add 8 more questions. So when I add 8 questions, it leaves me with 80 questions. Notice how the answer has a sentence. There are 80 questions on the test. Number 2, Alisa hopes to play beach volleyball in the Olympics someday. I like it. She has convinced her parents to allow her to set up a beach volleyball court in their backyard. A standard beach volleyball court is approximately 26 feet by 52 feet. She figures that she will need the sand to be 1 foot deep. That's 1 cubic foot, just in case you're wondering. She goes to the hardware store to shop for sand and sees the following signs on pallets containing bags of sand. 60 pounds for $5 or 150 for $12. Now, what is the rate brand A is selling for? Then give the rate and specify the unit rate. Well, we're going to do 3 things. Brand A, this is the ratio, 60 divided by 5. We need to simplify it to get the rate. 12 pounds per $1 is the rate. 12 is the unit rate. So you had to set up the ratio by doing your pounds divided by your dollars. So 60 divided by 5. Then we simplify from there. We divide both by 5, or you can just go into your calculator and do 60 divided by 5. That leaves me with 12. Well, it's 12 pounds per $1. That's the rate. The unit rate is just the 12. Question B is very similar. Which brand is offering the better value? Well, we already know that brand A is 12 pounds per dollar. So let's take a look at brand B. Brand B, we know, was 150 pounds for $12. So we're going to come in and we're going to start saying, okay, brand B, so I'm on this right side, is 150 divided by 12. Well, when I simplify that by dividing, it gives me 12 and 5/10 pounds, or 12 and a half, per $1. So this was 12 pounds per $1. This is 12 and a half pounds per $1. So, which is better? Brand B offers a better value because it gives more sand per dollar. Notice how they wrote out all of the explanation they possibly could. Anytime that it says explain your answer, writing more of an explanation than not will make me very happy. I can always find ways to give you partial credit if you explain your thinking. Even if the answer is wrong, but you can explain something mathematically, I, as a math teacher, will enjoy that. So part C. Alyssa uses her, or Elisa, whatever we're calling her, uses her cell phone to search how many pounds of sand is required to fill 1 cubic foot, and finds the answer is 100 pounds. So 100 pounds per 1 cubic foot. Choose one of the brands and compute how much it will cost Elisa to purchase enough sand to fill the quart. Identify which brand was chosen as part of your answer. So you could have used brand A or brand B. It does not matter. I'm going to choose and show both. So when I did this, we need to find the area of the volleyball court first. So to find the area, it's length times width. This is something they expect you to know. So 52 by 26 is 1,352. And it takes 100 pounds. So we're taking this number of feet times 100 pounds. There's 135,200 pounds that are needed. Well, how many pounds per bag for A? It's $12. It's 12 pounds per dollar. So I divide this by 12. When I divide it by 12, it's going to cost me $11,000, $266.67. That's a lot of money. So steps again. Same with B. Find the area, multiply it by 100. Divide it by the number of pounds per dollar. In this case, we're dividing it by 12.5 pounds. Still a lot of money because she's going to need $10,816. You will absolutely see a question like this on your test. Number 3. Lauren and Julie have different part-time jobs after school. They are both paid at a constant rate of dollars per hour. Dollars per hour. The tables show Lauren and Julie's total income for working a given amount of time. So Lauren's earning $18 every 2 hours. Julie's earning $36 every 3. So she's jumping $2 every time. We're jumping 18 on the bottom, and that's what it shows. Add 2, add 18. Add 2, add 18. Add 2, add 18. So to do this, 108 plus 18 is 126, plus another 18 is 144. Over here, we're adding 3, adding 36, adding 3, adding 36. So my missing numbers are 72 and 252, because every 3 hours, she's making $36. That's letter A. Letter B, who makes more per hour? Now, I didn't show as much work when I wrote this out. To find out who's making more per hour, we need to set up our ratio of dollars per hour. So I would set it up as 18 divided by 2 and 36 divided by 3. When I do 18 divided by 2, I find my rate of $9 per 1 hour. Julie is making $12 per 1 hour. So who makes more? Julie. Again, how did I get that? I can take any of the hours. 162 divided by 18 gives me 9. 324 divided by 27 gives me 12. Because it's a constant rate, that 12 is how much she's making per hour. That 9 is how much she's making per hour. Write how much Julie makes as a rate. So Julie makes $12 per hour. The unit rate is 12. So you need to make sure that you're doing the 36 divided by 3 to get the $12 per hour. I would take, because it's the rate, either of these, the unit rate is 12. How much money would Julie earn for working 16 hours? So we now know it's $12 per hour. 12 per hour. 12 times 1 hour. Well, if we're working 16 hours, I do 12 times 16, and I would make sure that I write $192. I would write Julie earns $192 for working 16 hours. But the answer is 192. Letter E, what is the ratio between how much Lauren makes per hour and how much Julie makes per hour? Lauren to Julie, 9 to 12. Make sure you simplify a ratio always. So $9 to $12 simplifies to 3 to 4. To do this in your calculator, you do 9 divided by 12 and you should get 75 hundredths, 0.75. You press the second, the table button, and you press enter. That will give you your simplified fraction. This is a little bit tougher. Hours per dollar. So Julie works 1 hour and earns $12. Write a 1 or 2 sentence to describe what that means. To earn $1, Julie has to work 1/12 of an hour, or she works 1 hour to earn $12. Either way works. Use this rate to find how long it takes for Julie to earn $228. You divide it by the number of dollars. 228 divided by 12 gives me 19 hours. So I take the dollars per hour, which is 12, and I divide it by 228. This math's a little confusing, but 228 times 1/12 is the same as 228 divided by 12. That's how I'm getting 19 hours. Number 4. Constant means it does not change. Your mother takes you to your grandparents' house for dinner. She drives 60 minutes at a constant speed of 40 miles per hour. She reaches the highway and quickly speeds up and drives for another 30 minutes at a constant speed of 70 miles per hour. So, how far did your mother travel? Well, she traveled for 40 miles for the 1 hour, and then for half an hour, what's half of the 70 miles? 35. So we divided 70 by 2 to get half of that hour. She traveled together for 75 miles. How long did it take? 60 minutes plus another 30 minutes is 90 minutes, or 1.5 hours. Letter C. Ooh, I love the double number lines. Your older brother drove to your grandparents' house in a different car, but left from the same location. He traveled at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour. Explain why he would reach your grandparents' house first. Oh, hold on. No, I'm right. Okay, shoo, confused. So he moved 60 miles in 1 hour. At another half, that's 90 miles. So he, in a 1.5 hours, would have gone 90 miles. But that's not how far it is. It's only 75. So I would say, here's my double number line. 60 in 1 hour, there's quarters. I broke it down, I divided it by 4. He's traveling 15 miles every 15 minutes, or 1/4 hour. So that's 75 miles in 1.25 hour, or 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's why your brother got there first. If you have questions tomorrow, or I guess today, I'm making the video on Thursday, email me so that I can help you. You have a test on Monday. You're going to be able to use this review and your notes from lesson 1 all the way through the end of the module. Love you, kiddos. Have a great, safe weekend.